Alright, what is up guys? We have an absolutely massive update for the channel. So I am currently sitting on the steps of the new house that I just bought. So this is the first step in a whole new adventure for me and Michelle. I took the past week off for vacation to be able to move. And so we have all of our stuff moved over, we're fully moved in, and I am actually 100% unpacked already, which I've been told is very unusual when buying a new home. A lot of people say, give it 30 days, or you'll be living out of boxes for a month. No, I didn't want to be like that at all, so I've got everything fully unpacked. And we do have, I'm back to work now, but I do have some videos that are in the works. I'm going to take some time to do some content on the other channel, the Zoids channel, and then I will start doing the script for the next Fate video very soon, the Fate side material video, and also the comprehensive guide to rarities in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is coming up soon as well. I have that one pretty much scripted out, and I'm very excited about that video as well. But in the meantime, we wanted to make something for the fans because I need to check at where we're sitting in subscribers right now, but we've hit a pretty big milestone for this channel, and I wanted to kind of reevaluate our mission statement and then give you guys a video to kind of interact with us a little bit. So we wanted to do a Q&A video where you guys ask us literally any question you want, like what is your favorite game in this genre, what is your most influential content creators that inspired you to make videos, with Michelle and her art stuff, you know, what artists inspire you, like questions like that. So if you guys can think of any of those questions, ask them in the comments of this video or as a direct message, and we'll answer those questions on the Q&A video coming up soon. So me and Michelle will sit down together and record that. So I wanted to really kind of break it down and reevaluate the mission statement for what we're trying to do with this channel. So the main thing with this channel is this is a collaborative effort between me and Michelle where we make content together. The primary thing that I would do is, of course, you know, video game related content and Yu-Gi-Oh related content. The primary thing that she would do is Yu-Gi-Oh related content and art related content. So a couple of the series that we still have is, of course, we're going to do a lot more dueling videos where we're both on camera dueling each other. I've got tons of decks ready to go, so we'll definitely do a lot more of those. We're going to do a lot more video game live streams and art live streams. I'm going to continue, of course, the Fate retrospective series, and I have a couple of other retrospective series coming up in the woodwork, such as the Yasuhiro Naitao one and the Muso games one, and when we eventually start getting around to reviewing like the Yu-Gi-Oh manga and that kind of thing, those are a lot of the series we have planned soon. So I guess I wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the house then and kind of show you our setup with our collections and game room and all that other stuff. She just practically lives under the bed right now. Anyway, we're in the master bedroom, and I have my glass display cases here. So I realized that the entire Zoids collection would not be able to fit in one glass display case, so I bought a second one and mostly just filled it up with Transformers. But I'm really happy with how this looks. This is the same glass display case I had at the old house. This is a very nice one from IKEA with a metal frame. You can get for about $150. Of course, I've got all the Blade Ligers right there and a couple of the Shield Ligers. Finally got some of the Zoids Wild Ligers on display there, including the Genesis, the Hayate Liger. Got the Irvine Command Wolf in there now. Got the Brassel Tiger and the Race Tiger as well in there, as well as the Witz Wolf, which is a newer one. And then, of course, the Death Stinger is up here. And then I've got the Transformers as well. This isn't all of the Transformers, this is just the ones I decided I wanted to display. And then there's a couple of random Zoids in there. Day 100, they still don't know I'm not a Zoid or a Transformer. The Decepticons down here. Got the Vector Primes from Cybertron. There's the D-Bison, or not, actually that's the Cannonball, the D-Bison's right next to it over there. And then the Pacific Rim Jaegers there, and the Bandai Star Wars model kits down here. I'll eventually have to get a third one. We've got a bookshelf with all of the books and manga there. Between me and Michelle's collection combined, we have almost all of the Fate manga and all of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. And then, of course, we have a wonderful Yu-Gi-Oh corner over here, which, of course, we've still got posters and art we have to set up. But I've got the 20th anniversary box up here and all of the Legendary collections, all of the manga cards from Dual Overload. And then we've got all of her little keychains and everything, all of the boxes of cards I've ever purchased, some of the other card games such as Weiss Wars and the Final Fantasy card game. And then there is actually a lot more structure decks in there than meets the eye. And then all the tins down there are where all of the loose cards from various different sets are. So everything is pretty well organized and fits pretty nicely into this one corner. We have a dedicated craft and cosplay room and a dedicated gaming room. So we're going to take a look in here. So I have what will basically be the recording setup right over here, and I have the old Mac, which the GPU died on it. So that's the reason why I got the new one in the first place. You guys remember that back when I was making the second Dean video. So eventually I will replace the GPU in that and get that up and running again. Got the new Mac right next to it, which I need to install the RAM upgrade in because now I have the free time and the space to do that. And then this other monitor would go right beside that for the recording setup, but of course I've got my little mirror spinner there for the Zoids reviews, so I'll be working on that pretty soon. I've got the whole Fate collection right here. This isn't all of the Fate Figmas. Some of them are still in their boxes, but I figured this was a really nice setup. I've got all the DVDs and Blu-rays, including the original visual novel there, all the video games, all the versions of Extella and Extella Link, including the collector's editions. I'm quite proud of that. And then as for the actual game collection itself, this is mine and Michelle's collections fully consolidated and combined together. So it's a lot of games that I did not previously have, which is really nice. She basically collected all the Nintendo systems and I collected everything else, so it was good that there was not hardly any overlap between the two collections. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how this turned out. So I had to use all three bookshelves and then buy some new bookshelves for the strategy guides and for the Fate collection over there, and I'll kind of show that off. But these are the same IKEA bookshelves that I had. I've got a layer up here of PS1 games with some special editions back there. Past the Hunter mech here is Trails of Cold Steel and Xenoblade Chronicles X. Then we've got NES, SNES, N64, GBA, and then we get to, we finish off PS1 down here and go to DS. So Inbox, N64 games, and then we go to 3DS, PSP, and then PSP transitions into Vita. And then in the middle here, of course, we've got even more special editions. This is that Japanese Vita version of Steins Gate, AI, the Somnium Files, some of the Enders, and Final Fantasy Type 0. And we start with PS2. And there is a lot of PS2. We get to GameCube and Japanese GameCube right here, of course. I've got the Japanese Zoids games. The only Japanese GameCube games I have right now are Zoids games. Then we get to original Xbox, and we go to Wii, then to Xbox 360, and then to Wii U. Up on the top here is more special editions, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock 2 behind it, Corpse Party, Basara, SMT, Metal Gear Solid, and then back there is the Psycho-Pass visual novel special edition. Over here, more special editions and more of the NECA series of video game character figures and 2 Square Enix Play Arts figures, the Adam Jensen and the Noble Six, and all these special editions. Finally opened the Yomawari mug that came with that special edition. Got the Ease games there. And then we move on to PS3. And then to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, which is way down there in the corner. You can't really see it too well because I'm blocking out the light. This whole shelf is holding the strategy guides, and this is actually only $20 at IKEA for this type of bookshelf with the open sides right here. Pretty simple and easy to put together, but I do worry about how much weight it can hold up, because if you look, the shelves are kind of buckling in the middle a little bit under all this weight, because these strategy guides can get very, very heavy, so I would definitely be cautious of that. But yeah, so I'm quite proud of this setup, and so essentially we've got boxes and other consoles in the closet and that kind of thing. Oh, and in the corner there, I didn't even show that off. That tower is where all the soundtracks are, so all the Fate music, all the video game soundtracks, and so on. But yeah, this will essentially be my recording setup, and I really love how this looks. It looks very professional, very minimalistic, and it almost reminds me with this table and then just the simple keyboard and mouse reminds me almost of the setup you'd see at the Apple Store. But this will be the format that I do the Yu-Gi-Oh videos and the Zoids videos from now on, is right here at the end of this table. And when I'm recording, I'll replace this with that monitor so I can have the console I'm recording off of right here on the table. And then in the craft and cosplay room, Michelle is in the process of organizing all of her art supplies, so you'll have to give us a moment there. But I've got all of the cosplay props up against the wall there. So many props. And then all the cosplay garments are in the closet there, including the wigs and the new Ren wig for Michelle that looks fantastic. And so I have finally determined what my true backlog of model kits is, and it's pretty impressive. So the new 2020 Blade Liger, Psycho Genosaur, the Great Saber I got at Anime Expo that still has the plastic around it, the DCSJ, the Red Blade Liger with attack boosters, the Leon version is probably the next one I'm going to build. I've got some small Zoids Wild kits right here, two of the Beetles that I'm going to build with Michelle. Probably do a video on the actual build of that. The Mulga kit that just came out. I've got an old Cannon Tortoise and a Godos needs to be built. I've got the Storm Fury unit attachment. I've got the 2 armor permutations for the Liger Zero that I need to review, and the that's a beam Gatling unit for a Darkhorn, which I'm hoping I can also attach to the Great Saber as well. And so I've got some Gundams here. I've got a gun tank and the RX-78 from Gundam The Origin. I've got this Astromech droid kit. I'm just going to move that terrace out of the way. I need to build that. I've got Wild Tiger from Tiger and Bunny, which is a Bandai kit. Gundam Barbados. One of the RX-79s, I think it is, from 8th MS Team. I've got, was it Shining Gundam from G Gundam? I've got the Bandai Pacific Rim Uprising Gypsy Avenger, the Bandai Star Wars B-Wing, and I've got some motorized and some more Zoids Wild kits over here. So this is the Gojla's Giga that I found at Win Condition, the Energy Liger, and the Liger Zero X that I bought from somebody off of the collectors group, and then the Zoids Wild kits. That is the Bazoo Turtle, which is the upgraded sort of Cannon Tortoise like one from Zoids Wild Zero, the Stylaser, and the Rising Liger. The poor HMM Blade Liger is in shambles. I've got to put some glue on him and fix him because of how poorly constructed he was. See the main video for that, of course. So that's about it for the new house. So I'm incredibly excited about it. Thank you guys so much for all your support along this awesome journey. I'm really looking forward to getting back into making proper videos again, which I will hopefully very soon. So ask whatever questions you guys have in the comments, or send me a message, send us a message on the Facebook page. However you want to communicate that question, and we'll get back to you in the next video.